everyone, it's SunsiasLove. I'm actually going to talk about something today that, as of late, has really been bothering me, and it has to do with relationships. Relationships, I've had my share, I'd say, but I've noticed I've come across a lot of girls who you date a guy and at first you start off and it's more like you start off the honeymoon phase. You can't get enough of each other. You know, you're constantly clinging to one another, you're calling each other every 5 minutes, or you're talking to each other for every 5 minutes. And, you can't get enough of that other person. Um, for example, I mean, you have, say high school, you see the people in their cliques or a couple in their cliques and they're constantly like this and they're never separated ever. They're constantly just and somehow magically they're in classes and they're like this. But like I know a lot of people are envious of that, and I don't know, to me, it's nothing to be envious of because as time goes along, this starts like loosening up, and suddenly you don't want to call this person all the time. You outgrow the affection, I want to say. I mean, it may not be true, but in some cases that's what I've noticed is couples grow apart. They go from completely like mush mush, and over time they just kind of they separate. And I know for a lot of girls, and I'm not sure about guys, I mean it may be the same for guys too, the separation, one of the people or one of the other halves might be okay with the separation. They'll think everything's okay, but say the opposite party is not okay with the separation. They're not all right with it, and I completely understand this. I I'll be very honest. um I do have issues with the whole separation thing, and being apart. I do have a struggle with that. I like to, I'm a people person. I like to be around people. I mean, even if I'm not directly speaking to a person, it's nice to know you have someone around you. In a sense, they're like, how do I want to put it? They're there. As corny as that sounds, they are there. They are somehow formed, wise, morphing something or other. They are in your space, and you're not alone. You don't feel alone. And I'm not sure if anyone else has had this experience, but I can be alone, but I can't be alone for a very long period of time. I could go out. I need to see people and know there's a humanity, there's a society, there are human beings such as myself out there. Um, oh my gosh, pardon me for saying so much. It's like my favorite word, I guess. I don't know. But it's, and the problem with that is in any case scenario, sometimes even when couples they separate, a lot of times before the couples even form as a couple, a lot of the times that couple is formed from a friendship. You get close to somebody, you get comfortable, um, you start to rely on their opinions, their advice. Uh, yeah, I do have a point to this, but never. I mean, from my experience, as bad as it is, never date a friend, a very close friend. To me, it just ends. It just ends bad. I mean, especially if it's a tight relationship, a long-term relationship, and suddenly something crashes, or it's you're going through such a bad rough spot where you get to the point where you're like, okay, and you do the separate. And of course, like I said, sometimes it's one of the party or the other, and they don't validate why you guys went from being friends, really close friends, to you became lovers or you became a couple. and suddenly life happens and you split as a couple. I mean, I'll be honest, I am a little naive, and I definitely have to say I can be oblivious, I think is the word I want. Definitely oblivious, definitely in denial. Um, an ex and I are still very close friends, and the problem with that is you want to go back to the way it used to be. Sit down, laugh, joke, this, that, the other thing. But when you've become so close as a lover to a friend or even a close friend, it's not easy to rewind. It's like near impossible. Some people can manage it, but it's really, really difficult to rewind it. It's like trying to erase permanent marker and be like, this never happened. We were never a couple. We were never lovers. We're only friends. It doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't. Um, but yeah, I mean, just don't do it. I don't want other people to be hurt, you know, by I know people are going to go through this. They're going to completely look over this video or even watch it and just be like, "What is she talking about? She's completely lunatic." But that's fine. You know, I've experienced how much it hurts, and you know, I'm still trying to lock a friendship down because this person has been so close to me for so long. You know, I moved on. I found another person and I hit it off, and I've been very happy with him. And you know, it's difficult because you have remaining feelings, and it's been maybe over almost 2 years since I split with him, and it's still a little difficult. I've tried to cut ties. I've tried to lower conversations. Um, you know, I've even tried to like cut the cord completely, but it just doesn't work. I don't even know what to do anymore. It's just so frustrating. So yeah, that's just my input, kind of my opinion. Um, doesn't mean I'm an expert. I'm definitely no expert on how love works, how relationships work. Everybody's different. But if anyone has an opinion, or you know, you have some maybe some advice for me, you know, on how to handle a situation better and not be so like just tear my hair out, leave a comment below. I definitely will respond. Um, it's word, man. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will chat with you guys later. Okay, bye.